Is SEO dead? No. Okay, bye, that's it, we're done here. No, don't leave. There's more to talk about. It's way more complicated than that, and I think it deserves a discussion. So I was down the YouTube rabbit hole and I found this video from 2009 from Google themselves, and they were answering kind of user questions, and one of them was, will SEO still exist in 5 years? Is SEO dead? That kind of debate. And, basically their answer was, no, it's not dead. There's stuff we hope that will change in the future, blah, 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 don't be silly. 2009, they were doing that, answering those questions. And I'm sitting here well over a decade later, and people are still asking the same question. I mean, don't you guys learn? It's not dead and it's not going anywhere. And people like to throw around the SEO is dead phrase, but it's not dead, it's just changed a lot, especially since 2009. Think about it this way, fundamentally, what SEO even is. As long as people still need to find information or find a product, SEO is going to exist in one form or another until we get to some weird dystopian Black Mirror type scenario where we're implanting microchips into people's brains, reading their minds and feeding them exactly what they ask for. A system is going to exist for SEO. And if that does happen, Google will probably be the ones to front that. So no, SEO is not dead, but some parts of it are. Old school SEO is almost completely in ashes now, and when people say SEO is dead, they're talking about a different kind of SEO to the one that we know and love today. People talk about it like it's a bad thing, and I really don't think it is. I think it's the best thing that can happen. It looks after the user and it makes sure that we get quality content on Google and on search engines instead of a whole bunch of crap. So here's where I'm at. We need to drastically rethink and repackage what we believe SEO to fundamentally be. And for this, I want to talk about organic click-through rate and the changes that have happened to SERPs. One of the main reasons people are putting their nails in the coffins for SEO is the changes that have happened to SERPs over the years, SERPs meaning the search engine results pages, if you didn't know. Mainly that they don't favor organic clicks as much anymore. You'll have seen it yourself. Map packs, featured snippets, ads, you name it, and it's all pulling away from that organic click that we're all chasing. So many searches take place now that don't generate an organic click because they get their answer or what they need from the search engine results page without having to land on a website. Featured snippets, one of the biggest culprits of this. Obviously, this is a new challenge, but this is what I'm saying about rethinking what SEO is and reevaluating our aims. Now, before we move on to discussing the things that have changed the most with SEO and how we should be focusing our energy, I want to make a quick point on the Google updates. The curse of every SEO under the sun. I see posts all the time where people are like, has anyone else's traffic dropped after the last update? God damn you, Google update, you ruined all of my hard work. And the one thing I would say is with SEO is, if you've been paying attention, you'll notice that every Google update has a recurring theme. And that is to, 1, look after the user, and 2, make their system smarter. This is a trend that is clearly going to continue. So build your content, your sites, and your strategy around this, and stop wasting your time building loads of spammy backlinks and stuffing your copy with keywords. In short, stop blaming the updates for your own shortcomings and pay attention to the bigger picture of where Google is trying to get to. Now, here are some things that show that SEO has changed and not died. These things used to work wonders back in the day, but not so much anymore. I'm going to tell you what you should be doing differently. Link building is still a thing. I understand that. It does make a difference to rankings, and until the time where it makes no difference whatsoever, people are still going to be trying to link build. But I'll tell you this, and I think most SEOs would agree with me, I hate link building. It is the worst bit of SEO. It's just frustrating, crap, feels pointless. I feel like I'm wasting my time when I'm doing link building, and the sooner that it becomes completely obsolete, the happier I think all of us will be. Back in the day, kind of all you had to do was just build a load of backlinks pointing to your site and boom, you'd rank higher. Not so much anymore. It's link building as a thing has changed. They look for things like the quality and the relevance of a link, and people talk about stuff like a healthy or a natural backlink profile. And what makes me laugh is SEOs try to fabricate a healthy or natural backlink profile. Do you see how that sounds? We're trying to hack something to look natural, and fundamentally it's wrong. And if you're spending too much time link building, you're kind of directing your energy in the wrong place, and Google has made it pretty clear that this is not the way to go, and a lot of link building that people still do is against their actual guidelines. I, for one, am glad the link building is not as important as it used to be for ranking a site. I'm aware it's still a thing, but direct less of your energy to building links and build content that will get natural links from people who actually want to link to your site, instead of those that you just spam contacted asking, please link to my site, or guest posting, or whatever it might be. As long as you're providing value, you're doing what Google wants you to do. So this is going to be the most controversial one, I think, but it really falls into what I was saying about changing what we call SEO, changing what we think SEO is, and changing what we think is expected. This will sound stupid, but hear me out. Stop trying to rank first position. It's not enough anymore. I know what you're thinking. Wait, ranking number one is the whole point, right? That's the holy grail of what SEO is. But like I said, things have changed so much. Back in the day, ranking number one for your keyword all but guarantees that somebody's going to click through to the site. Not anymore. Like we said, SERPs have changed. Clicks aren't coming through now. You can rank number one, but people may not visit your site depending on the keyword, because map packs, features, snippets, the question boxes, whatever it might be, are going to be taking away from that click. So you need to really think about what the value is in ranking number one for that keyword. So yes, ranking number one is not the powerhouse that it once was. A better metric to look at is click-through rate and conversions. Think about the objective of why you're trying to send people to that page. Looking at click-through rate, looking at conversions is a much better and useful metric to look at than simply tracking keyword positions and where you are on the search engine pages. Yes, you may be ranking number one for a keyword or a phrase and thinking, yes, we have won the internet, but it's not that simple. Think about the bigger objective. Think about what action you want people to take when they land on the site. Learn about sales pipelines, learn about conversion rate optimization, and stop thinking as number one as the end goal. I feel like a lot of us know this now, but people still aren't putting it into practice. Everyone knows you shouldn't keyword stuff anymore. It doesn't work. And if you don't know what keyword stuffing is, it is what it says. You're just spamming the keyword onto a page to try and get Google to be like, okay, well, this page is clearly about X because it says X in this page 100 times. It used to work, but not anymore. In fact, it's quite harmful. The issue is I still see so many articles that have been created in the past couple of years recently, when we all know that keyword stuffing shouldn't be a thing, that clearly have keyword stuffing in them. And I'm like, guys, it doesn't work anymore. Google's smarter now. It looks for search intent, and it's able to understand what the topic of a piece is through related keywords and that kind of thing. And again, stop obsessing over keywords. It will happen naturally if you write good content. Optimize for readability, optimize for user experience, and optimize to answer the query in the best way possible. Doing these three things will give you a much better chance of ranking properly and actually satisfying the user for the end goal, instead of just spamming the page with the keywords that you have on a spreadsheet or whatever it is. And again, I'm really thankful that keyword stuffing is not a thing anymore. As someone who does SEO for loads of different websites, it's actually way more fun to do SEO when you're genuinely trying to be helpful, genuinely trying to make good content, instead of shoving loads of words into a page because why not? Now, I've had SEO jobs before, and I've seen sites where I've picked up other people's work and they've had an ungodly amount of pages on their website. The cleanup job is immense, but it's so worth it. So what they were doing back in the day was taking a singular keyword and creating a page just for that keyword without taking into consideration the other keywords they were ranking for, the topic as a whole, or whatever it might be. And what you end up with is hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pages with thin content, crap content that is completely pointless. And what you should be doing instead is putting these into topics and finding out which keywords are related to each other. So the takeaway from this is become an authority in a topic, not a singular keyword. Group them together and create something that's genuinely useful instead of trying to get quick wins here, there, and everywhere. Now this one kind of contradicts everything that I've said about is SEO dead, but hear me out. Because of the changes in SERPs, SEO for organic clicks is not enough for most brands and businesses anymore as a singular marketing channel. Back in the day, yes, you could put all of your eggs in the SEO basket and see success. Not so much anymore. There's two parts of this. SEO may make up the majority of your traffic and conversions, but the clicks that have been taken away organically through the changes in SERPs, like we said, featured snippets and other things, you need to bolster them up with another marketing strategy, whether that's social media, whether it's email marketing, messenger marketing, whatever it might be, paid search, anything that can bolster on to the organic traffic that you already have. The other reason I say this is that search engines do pay attention to your brand awareness and visibility across other platforms as well. If you're killing it on Instagram, if you're killing it on Facebook, and people know who you are and searching for your brand on Google or any other search engine, then Google are going to be paying attention to that and know that you are providing value to people over and over again. Diversify your sources. SEO is still a huge weapon, but add other ones to your arsenal. So what do you think? What else is dying in SEO? Where should we be focusing our energy to make sure we're ahead of the game in the next few years? These are the things that I've noticed, but there might be other things that you've noticed as well. If you guys have any questions about anything SEO, anything marketing, want me to take a look at your websites directly or work with me one-on-one, you can hit some links in the description to hit me up and I'll do my best. But anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed, found this useful. Much love and peace.